Joke overview.
看笑话。
Cockahoo. A company wants to improve efficiency by designing a doormat for a house. There are plastic doormats which serve as outlets for the staff's anger so they can beat those models black and blue. A month has passed, and the general manager comes to inspect the doormats of the house. Seeing his model remains intact while the other leaders' models seem awfully shabby, he feels rather cocky, thinking that the staff is very pleased with him. Putting on a dry air, he asks, "Why have all the other plastic models become shabby except this one?" A new staff member answers, "Because all the other models haven't been replaced once, while this one has been replaced 3 times already. This is the 4th replacement." Key words.
学词语。公司，
Company.
公司，公司。设计，
Design.
设计，设计。职工，
Staff.
职工，职工。公司，设计，职工。公司，设计，职工。公司，设计，职工。
Make a sentence.
学句子。他是一家设计公司的员工。
He is on the staff of a design company.
他是一家设计公司的员工。他是一家设计公司的员工。
Review.
复习。公司，设计，职工。他是一家设计公司的员工。
Cockahoo. A company wants to improve efficiency by designing a doormat for a house. There are plastic doormats which serve as outlets for the staff's anger so they can beat those models black and blue. A month has passed, and the general manager comes to inspect the doormats of the house. Seeing his model remains intact while the other leaders' models seem awfully shabby, he feels rather cocky, thinking that the staff is very pleased with him. Putting on a dry air, he asks, "Why have all the other plastic models become shabby except this one?" A new staff member answers, "Because all the other models haven't been replaced once, while this one has been replaced 3 times already. This is the 4th replacement." Do you understand?
你明白了吗？
Let's take a look at the fourth knot type, called the snake knot. Here is an example, a small woven figure on a chain. It is so cute. You can see it is an angel with arms and legs made from snake knots. How is this knot made? Let's take a thin length of red string to make our chain figure. As we learn the process, we will also learn the techniques. This is about 1 meter long. Now we take one tail of string and thread it through a bead. This is up to you. You can use a small metal bell or a ceramic button or a pretty pearl. They are all suitable. Fold it in half. Now we use the double knot that we learned earlier because it will stabilize the piece. Weave a double knot. This is a chance to practice and strengthen our skills. This is a crisscross in front and also in the back side. After it is stabilized, we make sure the strings are arranged properly, one string near my body, the other pointing away. Next, take the string near your body and wrap it around in the same way from inside to outside. Make a loop. Make sure your index finger on the left hand is holding tightly. Pay attention here. If we were to continue from left to right threading it through, this would be a double knot. Here we are making a snake knot. Now we should pay attention again. There is a difference. Take the string inside the circle and the other string that we just looped around and twist them so they overlap. The ring finger on the left hand should be stable. Then take the string that was originally inside the loop and wrap it around from left to right. Threading it through, this is how it looks. Adjust it. It should look like an S shape. The front side and back sides are the same. We will rotate the piece 180 degrees. This looks like an S pattern. Let's repeat our movements. A level position from inside to outside. Make a loop. The second thread is the one located inside the loop. Then switches places with the first thread after a small flip position. Take the string inside the loop and thread it through the hole. Adjust the tightness. Once again, an S shape has emerged. Both sides are the same. Continue from inside to outside. Flip the strings and thread through the loop. Adjust the tightness, make an S shape. This is the third time. We continue knotting in this way until we have a full chain. On the inside, make a loop. Take the string in the loop and the looped string, then flip them. Thread it through from the left side, thread it towards the right and adjust. Continue knotting like this. These movements are relatively simple and they are easy to master. quickly, we can see we have created a beautiful chain. Also, we know how to finish this. The two tails of string need to be joined together in order to close the piece. What method should we use to finish the chain? We can use the gem knot that we have just learned. This will join the strings. Do you still remember the gem knot? This is like a flower basket. Let's review how to tie the gem knot. From the left side of the basket, thread through the center of the flower. In the end, we have created a beautiful chain for a bracelet. This is a gem knot. This bracelet is made of all the knots we have learned so far. The first is the double knot. This long part is made of snake knots. This final knot ending the piece is a gem knot. Is it long enough? It is just the right length. What to do with extra string? We have to deal with these. Once you have measured the right length to fit your wrist, we can cut the extra tails. We use a lighter to gently melt the ends. As it cools, pat down the ends and flatten the melted strings to avoid scratching your hand with rough ends. This is a nice final product. In order to save time, we will stop knotting here. In reality, we should make enough knots to fill the entire length of the bracelet. Okay, now let's try the bracelet. I will put it on my wrist. Good. Take a look. Isn't this how it is supposed to look? It's lovely. This is the way to use the snake knot. There are many ways for the snake knot. It is not only used for bracelets, as we just practiced, or just the figure on the chain from the first example. It can also be used to make jewelry. From this picture, we can see bracelets and earrings made from snake knots. Here we see a bunch of lovely plum blossoms. Okay, that is all for our introduction to the snake knot. The next knot we will study is the famous Ru Yi wish knot. Let's first take a look at this piece. The composition of this piece includes both wish knots and peace knots. The wish knots are located here like single petals hanging, or like a single auspicious cloud hovering. Is really quite lovely. Besides single wish knots, they can also be combined together, like this part here. 3 or 4 wish knots together make a fan of wishes. Next, let's learn how to tie a wish knot.
Breakfast. The wife said to her husband, "Darling, if you help me prepare toast and coffee, we will be ready for breakfast. I am so lucky to have you for my wife." "So what is for breakfast this morning?" The wife's response, "Toast and coffee." Elf fire. On a dark night, a man walked through a graveyard. Cold wind was blowing. All of a sudden, he saw a light which reminded him of an elf fire. He threw a stone at the fire. The elf fire moved to another tomb. He forced himself to throw another stone at it. Then the fire moved to another tomb. He was very scared. He threw a stone at it again. Ouch! Who is that? Why don't you let me finish going to the toilet? I was hit by 3 stones before I finished my first cigarette. Before or after dinner? A heavy-set woman goes to her doctor for some pills to help her lose weight. You should drink lots of water, the doctor told her. I'm drinking it almost every hour. You should exercise more and sleep less, suggested the doctor. I sleep only 3 or 4 hours a day. Then eat just 1 piece of bread and you'll lose weight, I'm sure, replied the doctor. Really? That's great. Should I have it before or after dinner? Shaving. Xiao Yi's father has an advanced electrical shaver which shaves smoothly without noise. The 4-year-old Xiao Yi often plays with the shaver and sometimes imitates his father's shaving, making everyone laugh. One afternoon, his father was taking a nap, and he felt something clinging to his face and asked, "Who is it?" "I'm shaving you," Xiao Li grinned as he replied. Hearing this, his father went back to sleep. When he woke up, his father looked in the mirror and was shocked to see his 2 eyebrows were missing.
Take a length of string about 50 or 60 centimeters. Again, we fold it in half. Now place your hands in the right position. The left hand is in between the strings. One of the strings is in the palm of your hand. The other one is facing away. First, take the string in your palm and make a loop. We need to make a system here. The first loop we made was the first fold is the first loop. Now we are making a second loop with the string in your palm. This is the second loop. Make sure your hands are in the right position. The third loop is made from the original outside string. Take the outside string and make a fold like this, then gently thread the new third loop through the first loop. When you thread it through the first loop, 2 loops will emerge. One of the loops is made as it threads through, creating a third loop. The fourth loop is made when the folded part of the third loop is threaded through. Now we can see clearly this is the first loop, this is the second loop, this is the third loop, and this is the fourth loop. Continue by taking the string in hand. Pay attention. This string is threaded through from the right side through to the left side. It continues being threaded from above through the second loop. This makes the fifth loop. This string must continue by making a return motion. Look here, I will make the motion again. Looking from the front, it is like this. From the back, it looks like this. The string in the back needs to come through the fourth loop from left to right. Pull it through. Look. After we have adjusted the length of the loops, the first loop should be nestled inside the center knot. It should disappear and become part of the middle knot design. The second loop is maintained, tucked into a suitable length. The third loop is maintained. The fourth loop is also adjusted to disappear into the center grid pattern. The fifth loop is adjusted into a suitable size. This is a wish knot composition. If we were to leave the string tails as they are, this is a 3-petal flower. If we were to join the string tails, this would become a 4-petal flower. This is how we make a wish knot. Let's make it again. Fold the string, placing one string in the left palm and the other facing away. The folded part makes the first loop. The string in the left palm makes the second loop. Take a look. Now take the other string and make a fold. Thread the fold through the first loop. This makes 2 loops. The loop on top becomes the third loop. The loop below becomes the fourth loop. This string continues from the left, threading through the fourth loop. Then it is threaded from the top through the second loop. This is the front. This is the back view. Now we take the string and bring it around on left side of the fourth loop to thread through to the right side. This is a complete wish knot. Now adjust the size to make the shape we want. The wish knot. Because the wish knot has a great significance, it is extremely common in Chinese knotting. It is quite complicated. When we look closer, we can see that this entire row of pink is composed of wish knots. The second row is also made of wish knots. The part on top here is 4 connected wish knots. Everyone can see that the wish knot can be used to make beautiful compositions. Okay, that is all for our introduction to the wish knot.
The best animal. The father was watching Animal World on TV with his 2 children, and suddenly the program gave him an idea. "I will give you a quiz," he said to his 2 kids. "What animal provides you with not only meat, but also leather shoes?" The 2 children thought it over for a while and then answered in chorus, "It's you, Dad!" Sad story. 3 men were on vacation in New York City. They shared a large suite on the 45th floor of a skyscraper. One night, the elevator in the hotel did not work, and the hotel employees arranged for them to spend the night in the lobby. After a short discussion, they decided to climb the staircase to their suite. all agreed to relieve their tiredness by telling jokes, singing songs, and telling stories. Jokes were told, and songs were sung, and they reached the 34th floor exhausted. Well, Peter, it's your turn to tell a story. My story is short, but it is the saddest in the world, replied Peter. I left the room key in the lobby. My wild wife.
If we divorce, the house must be mine and so must my money.
How about my money?
Your money is my money. How can you keep your money?
Well, let's divide the household work.
All right. First of all, the dirty and tiring work is done by you, such as cleaning the floor, stool, and table.
I have no objection.
As you're a graduate of science and technology, while I am a graduate of liberal arts, you're supposed to take care of maintaining electrical things such as the washing machine, refrigerator, electric rice cooker, electric iron, etc.
No objection.
Supposedly, men should handle external matters while women should look after the home. So, you're supposed to take care of such things as buying the groceries, paying bills, bringing in the newspaper, and the milk.
Well, but what will you do then?
Don't be upset. There's too much smoke in the kitchen, which is not good for my skin, so you will have to also cook.
Please, just tell me what you are to do.
I have a lot of things to do. I'll be there watching you, praising you, and comforting you.
An escaped kangaroo. In a zoo, a kangaroo always escapes from its enclosure. After the kangaroo's caretaker brings it back, he raises the fence to a height of 2 meters. But the next morning, the kangaroo has escaped again and wanders in the zoo here and there. Then the fence is raised to a height of 3 meters, but the kangaroo escapes again the following morning. The frustrated caretaker raises the fence to a height of 5 meters. A camel in the next enclosure asks the kangaroo, "At what height must the fence be built so you cannot escape?" "No matter how tall the fence is, I can escape," replies the kangaroo. "Unless the door is locked." What are you listening to? One day, a guy was driving on a country road. Suddenly, he saw someone lying on the ground with his ear and body pressed to the ground, seemingly listening to something. So the guy stopped and asked, "Hey, dude, what are you listening to?" "A truck passed by 30 minutes ago," said this man slowly. "Wow, super! How did you know that?" asked the guy. The man stared at the guy and said, "Because my neck and legs were broken by that truck."